Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Ram Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Jai Sri Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
जय श्री
Krishna
कृष्ण चैतन्य
Ram
Hare
प्रभु
Ram,
नित्यानंद श्री
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
राधा
Krishna
श्रीवासादि
Krishna,
गौर
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
जय
Hare
श्री
Krishna,
कृष्ण
Krishna
चैतन्य
Hare
प्रभु
Ram, Hare
नित्यानंद
Ram,
श्री
Hare
अद्वैत
Hare
गदाधर
Hare Krishna,
श्रीवासादि
Hare
गौर
Krishna, Krishna
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद Hare Krishna dear devotees. Today is Sunday. It is the 12th of May. It is Vaishakha Masa or Madhusudana Masa. Shukla Paksham Panchami Tithi. So there is one Vaishnava event today. So today is the appearance day of Sri Adi Sankaracharya. So Sankaracharya, so there are few information about Sankaracharya from the iskandizatri.com and also some information from Srila Prabhupada's purpose. So Adi Sankaracharya, so he was born in the Kerala around 800 AD, something like that. And then he lived for 32 years and he has established 4 peethas in the southern side of India and northern side of India and west side and east side. And he has established Advaita philosophy. And then he has driven out the Buddhism out of India and he established all the Vedic Sanatana Dharma as it was before. He is the one of the prominent Acharya in the Sanatana Dharma. And then later on, Madhvacharya, he has established further Vaishnavism. And Shankaracharya is said to be that incarnation of Lord Shankara. And then he has also, on the instruction of Krishna, so as per Shiva Purana, he has spread Mayavada philosophy to bewilder the atheistic people. But still, he is the personalist. He worships the Supreme Lord. And he is the incarnation of Lord Shiva. His guru is the incarnation of Ananta Shesha. So as we see also, Lord Shankara is the always he worships Ananta Shesha. So his guru is also he's meant to be said to be that incarnation of the Ananta Shesha. So and he has written many philosophies. One of it is the Sharirika Bhasha, which Vaishnavas do not follow. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, do not follow that. It is not meant for the devotees or Vaishnavas, Gaudiya Vaishnavas, who are worshipping Krishna in his personal, transcendental, beautiful form. So that is, his philosophy is meant to be to bewilder the atheistic people who are disguising as a Brahmanas. Okay, so that is about Shankaracharya, and Prabhupada has given his Gita Mahatmyam in our Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the introduction section. So it starts with Gita Dhyana Silasya Pranayama Parasya Naiva Santihi Papani Pura Janma Kritani cha. Starting from there, Eko Shastram Devaki Putra Geetam Eko Devo Devaki Putra Eva Eko Mantram Tasya Namanayani Karmapyekam Tasya Devasya Seva. This is the statements that Shankaracharya has given in the Gita Mahatmyam. Prabhupada has embedded in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita introduction. And Shankaracharya has given many of other literatures. He has given Jagannathastakam as well, and also Bhaja Govindam. So just he is personalist. He worships Krishna. Okay, so that is about Shankaracharya. He is one of the prominent Acharya in the Sanatana Dharma to start reviving the culture of Sanatana Dharma in India, driving out the Sunyavadi and which is atheistic philosophy out of India. So that is about Sri Shankaracharya, his appearance days today. That's all from the events perspective for today. And we shall move into Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Parikshit Maharaj, so he is inquiring from Sukadeva Goswami. He wanted to know everything about the creation. So he has acknowledged Sukadeva Goswami that, oh Sukadeva Goswami, whatever you have said, it is completely imperfect and aligning with the Vedic information which I have heard from childhood. I am also a devotee of Krishna. So likewise, it is mentioned by Sloka Goswami before. But here, Samichinam Vacho Brahman Sarvajnasya Tavanaga Tamo Visiriyate Mahyam Harehe Katayataha Katam Samichinam. So whatever you have said, everything is in perfect. And you are completely free from all sinful Tavanaga, sinless person. And Sarvajna, you know everything. And by hearing from you, Harehe Katayataha Katam, what is happening? Tamo Visirite Mahyam. And all the ignorance and darkness is getting subsided. And so I wanted to know about the Lord and how He creates this universe and maintains. Bhuya eva vitsami Bhagavan Atmamaya Yatedam Sujite Vishwam Drivibhavyam Adishwarehi. So likewise, he wanted to know about the creation. Yatedam Sujite Vishwam Drivibhavyam Adishwarehi. So that is what yesterday we have seen. And today, further, Parikshit is asking how the Lord He maintains this universe. So yesterday he asked about the creation. Today he wanted to know about the how He maintains this one and how He dissolute and how He takes back, wind up the universal affairs. And then what kinds of energies He engages to maintain all these things for the material universe maintenance. So, and he just with his sporting spirit, he just makes everything like a playful thing. This material universe is a playful thing for him. The Lord is all supreme personality, all powerful, and his different energies and expansions are maintaining this universe, the phenomenal world. The Lord does with a sporting spirit kind of thing. So likewise, Parikshit is inquiring from Sukadeva Goswami. So we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, chapter number 4 and verse number 7. Yata gopayati vipuhu yada samyachyate punaham yam sikti upasritya purusektihi parah puman atmanam kridan karoti vikaroti cha. Yata gopayati vipuhu. And Yata Gopa iti Vibhuhu. So Parikshit is saying Yata Gopa iti Vibhuhu. How he maintains this universe. Yata Gopa iti Vibhuhu. That Supreme Lord who is all powerful, Vibhuhu. How he maintains Gopa iti. Yata Samyachyate Punaha. And how he winds up. Yata Samyachyate Punaha again. Once he maintains. So before how he creates, now how he maintains, how he winds up this universe. Yam Sektim Upasritya and Yam Sektim Upasritya. What kind of energies he employed to maintain this universe? Purusektihi Parah Puman. And Purusektihi, he is the all-powerful Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purusektihi Parah Puman. Atmanam Kridan. And it is kind of a Atmanam by his expansions, Kridan. having engaged them, and he is also personally engaged in playing. Krida is the kind of play, and Kridayan Kridan, and having engaged them in this his different energies to maintain this universe, and also by personally engaged in maintaining this. Personally, he is going to come here. Atmanam Kridayan Kridan Karoti Vikaroti Cha, does them and then causes to be done. So he is saying that how the Lord is going to maintain this one with his sporting spirit. Karoti Vikaroti Cha, that is what it means. And how he plays to maintain, and what kind of things he do to maintain it. Okay. यथा गोपयति विभुः यथा संयच्यते पुनः यां यां शक्ति उपाश्रित्य पुरुशक्तिः परः पुमान् आत्मानं क्रीडयन् क्रीडन् करोति विकरोति च. Kindly describe how the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is all-powerful, engages his different energies and different expansions in maintaining and again winding up the phenomenal world in the sporting spirit of a player. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Meena Mataji to read this purport, please?
Right. In the Katha Upanishad 2.2.13, the Supreme Lord is described as the chief eternal being amongst all other eternal individual being, Nitya Nityam. Sorry, what is Nitya Nityam?
Yo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam.
Chetanam.
Nityanam Chetanam. And the one Supreme Lord who maintain innumerable other individuals, living being, Echo Brahma, Brahmanam. Yes, Eko Bahunam Yo Vidyati Kaman. So all living entity both in the conditional state and liberation state are maintained by the Almighty Supreme Lord. Such maintenance is expected by the Lord by the Lord is not by the Lord through his different expansions of self and three principal energies, namely the eternal, external, and marginal energies. The living entity are his marginal energies, and some of them in the confidence of the Lord are untrusted with the words of creation. Also is our Brahma Maritic extra and act of creation and creation are inspired by the Lord unto them. Temu Brahma
Brahmaridaya.
in creation also from creation Brahmanidaya. The energy, the external energy, Maya, is also impregnated with the jivas or conditional world, conditional souls. The unconditional, marginal, potential is in the spiritual kingdom, and the Lord, by his different planetary expansions, maintains them in different transcendental realizations displayed in the spiritual sky. So the one supreme personality of Godhead maintained himself in many Bahu Bahus Bahusham, and thus all diversities are in him, and he is in all diversity, although although he is not nevertheless different from all of them. That is the unconventional mystic power of the Lord, and
Sorry,
as such,
inconceivable.
yeah, sorry,
Inconceivable.
that is the inconceivable mystic powers of the Lord, and it as such everything is similarity. One is not one is different from him by his unconsiderable potency. uh, Achinta
Atinta
Bahuba
Vedaveta. Atinta Vedaveta.
Vedanta Tattva. Hare Krishna.
Simultaneous,
So,
yeah, actually simultaneous one and dependent.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
sorry, my phone is not on. Yeah, okay, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Nicely read. So here in this purport, Prabhupada is trying to explain about the Lord's different energies and also Lord's position. Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam. The Lord is eternal, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Out of all the eternals, the Lord is eternal. Out of eternals, he is the eternal. Nityo Nityanam. Chetanas Chetananam. Out of the Chetana is the consciousness. Out of all the consciousness living, he is supremely conscious. So and also he has got a different so who maintains innumerable other living beings. Eko bahunam yo vidati kaman. Even though he is one, he expands in a different ways. And to maintain and this all the universal affairs like Gunavataras and his Vasudeva Sankarshana Pradyumna Niruddha, they are the personal expansions in the spiritual world, and also Gunavataras in this material world, and so many Leela Avataras and Sekjavesh Avataras. There are many of them. So that is to maintain innumerable other living entities. Even though he is one, he expands himself. So, and also Prabhupada mentions the living conditions, all living entities, both in the conditioned state and in the liberated state, are maintained by Almighty Supreme Lord. So, in the spiritual world, in the Vaikuntha or Goloka Vrindavana, all the living entities, Ye Nimitta Nimittena, Dharmena Aradayan Harim, and they're all worshipping the Lord maintaining them. Sattum Ishtabhvirjam Swanamnam Rudayan Rushaha. So the Lord sits in the Goloka or in the Vaikuntha planets, according to the living entities. He gives the pleasure to all of his associates who are worshipping him. Okay, and then further Prabhupada mentions about the Lord's energies. His energies are internal, external, and marginal. विष्णु शक्ति परा प्रोक्ता क्षेत्रज्ञाक्य तथा परा अविद्या कर्म संज्ञाय तृतीया शक्ति दृश्यते. The living entities, they are belonging to marginal energy, and they can choose. External energy is the material nature, internal potency is the spiritual world, and marginal energies, these are the living entities. They can choose if they wanted to be in the spiritual or in the material world. That is the Tritiya Shakti Rishyate. And he has got many other energies like Parahasa Shakti Vividayu Shurete Swabhaviki Jnana Bala Kriyacha. Swabhaviki Jnana Bala Kriyacha. and he engages all his. He doesn't have to take personally to maintain this material universe. All his energies working, and also so he also engages. He interested some of the living entities or his marginal energies, and some of them in a confidence of the Lord or interested with the work of creation also, as are Brahma, Marichi, etc. These are all living entities as well, but they are very powerful. They are the confidential servants of the Lord. And acts of creation are inspired by the Lord unto them. Tene Brahma Hruda. And so here the Lord gives that knowledge to Brahma and all these personal servants in the heart, through the heart. Tene Brahma Hruda. Brahma here it is Vedas. Tene, he is giving the knowledge of Vedas in the Hruda. And the external energy Maya is also impregnated with the Jivas. So this is Adatya Viryam Sasuta Hiranmayam, that is the Lord impregnates. And then that is mentioned by Kapil Bhagavan very clearly in the 3rd canto, 26th chapter. Okay, and then further, unconditional marginal potency acts in the spiritual kingdom, and the Lord, by his different plenary expansions, maintains them in different transcendental relations displayed in the spiritual sky. These are Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha, and there are so many other Vaikunthas, and in each and every Vaikuntha, there are different with names Madhusudana, Madhava, like that. Like here, the number of Vaikuntha planets, each circle, which yellow one, that is. So here, each yellow one is a separate Vaikuntha planet. So likewise, the Lord expands, and then there are different plenary expansions, maintains them in different transcendental relations displayed in the spiritual sky. So the and also, so the one supreme personality of Godhead manifests himself in many, Bahusyam, and all diversities are in him. And he is nevertheless different from all of them. Goloka eva nivasati akilatma bhutu. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Even though he is in the Goloka, at the same time he is in the heart of all the living entities. Okay, so this is and by his inconceivable mystic power, everything is simultaneously one and different from him by his inconceivable potencies. Achincha Bheda Abhedatva. This Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has propagated this knowledge. Okay, so that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhupada is explaining here. Yata gopayati vibhuhu yata samniyachyate punaha yam yam shakti upasritya purushaktihi parah puman atmanam kridayan karoti vikaroti cha. So this is also mentioned as a comparison within this material world, the Lord, how he expands. Like a spider, it makes a web and then it will maintain itself, catching all the flies, and it eats its food. And then later on, whenever it doesn't need it, it will wind up all the spider web. Ekasvayam san jagata sisrukshaya adbhitiyatman adiyogamaya surjasapasya punargrashishase yetoranabihi bhagavan susiktibihi. Yata Vodanabihi Bhagavan Swasaktibihi. Vodanabi is the spider. By Swasaktihi, by his own energy, he creates, maintains, and destroys everything like a spider. Okay, that is the beautiful purport given by Prabhupada here. That is from Srimad Bhagavatam. We shall quickly go into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today is letter to Madhudvisha, February 14th, 1970, Los Angeles. It is a long purport. Can I request dear devotees? I need volunteers. 3 volunteers, please. So from the first paragraph to up to here, and from the second devotee takes from second question to up to here, and then third devotee is going to do from here to the bottom of it. It's a long purport, long letter. Can I request volunteers, please? Yes, Mataji, please.
My dear Madhudas, Madhudvisa, please accept my blessing. I beg to acknowledge the receipt of your two letters dated 10th and 12th February 1970, respectively. I am glad to learn that you are early planning for the upcoming Rath Yatra festival. In that connection, I have requested the exact date of the festival from India, but it has not yet been replied. So you may plan for any suitable date between 20 and 31st July. Even if it does not correspond, we have to arrange conveniently that is allowed. So far, editions for this year's Rath Yatra, you may make three Rathas, one for each of the deities. The rest of the details are already there. Simply, you may supply more money for uh, festoons, decorations, flowers, bells, flags, etc. The spiritual sky is far away, but you just try to do it following Jagannath Puri Rath Yatra. Jagannath Puri or wherever Yatra is performed is no different from the spiritual sky. In the spring, you may land a very big procession on Lord Chaitanya's birthday. This is great plan to celebrate this great spirit spring festival out of doors. So make this a very opulent procession with a large Sankirtana party, and you may also celebrate in this way again with the procession of on Janmashtami day. These two important subjects may be observed in this way by all three areas and similarly in other centers also. Still carry on, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Okay. Regarding your first question, a pure devotee is never under the modes of nature. In other words, no material laws apply on a devotee because he is fully under the direction of Krishna. So devotee can continue his present occupation or he may change it if he likes. Krishna does not force a devotee because the devotee acts spontaneously according to the desire of the Lord. In this kind of loving service, there is no question of force. Force is applied only when there is denial of Krishna. Just as the citizens of a state have freedom to follow the laws of the state, that is subordinate freedom, and the freedom of the living entities is also subordinate to Krishna. The clue is given there is in the Bhagavad Gita that is, the living entities are segmental parts and parcel of the Supreme Lord. This means that all the qualities of Krishna are therefore present in minute quantity in each of his parts and parcels. That is simultaneously one and different philosophy. The living entities thus have free will because they are parts of Krishna and Krishna has free will. But the free will of Krishna is supreme, while the freedom of the parts and parcels is minute. So if the living entity out of love subordinates his free will to Krishna, that is his liberation. He is no longer forced to act helplessly, but he acts freely, rendering loving devotional service to Krishna in every way. Then We have the practical conclusion from Krishna confirmed by him in Bhagavad Gita 1866. Just surrender unto me, and in return I shall protect you from all sinful reactions. Therefore you have nothing to fear. In this way, astral influences are also material, and therefore they do not affect the devotee who has taken protection of Krishna's eternal energy by surrendering his life and soul in the service of the Lord.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much,
Hare
Mother.
Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, can I request other devotee to take it and to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, may I?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Your second question about spacemen from other planets, it is stated in the Vedic literature that there are many planets where the inhabitants are more advanced than the inhabitants of this earth planet. So it is not unlikely that such people may have developed space traveling methods. They occupy higher posts in the creation of the Lord, and so they may be considered as demigods in the same way as the president is specially empowered by the nation. But this doesn't mean that such specimen are necessarily carrying the message of the Lord, just as the business of the state employee is not to act as the state representative, but he acts in his particular job. Because Krishna knows everyone's future does not remove our free will. Someone may commit a theft, and if I know that, then I know that he will be captured and punished. That is knowing his future, but known that future does not mean that he had no choice not to commit the criminal act. There are two destinies for everyone. One destiny is in Krishna consciousness and other destiny is in material consciousness. So, if someone is in Krishna consciousness, then Krishna knows his future and he is in, and if he is in material consciousness and acting in that way, then Krishna also knows his future. In this way, the free will is not affected by knowing the future of the living being. That is an uh, error, uh, erroneous conclusion. In regard to praying to Lord Nityananda Prabhu, I have written to you in my last letter that such prayer is quite appropriate. Our only prayer should be in the matter of desiring further development of devotional service, and such sincere prayer should be submitted not directly to the Lord, but through the via media of his bona fide servitor or representative. I am very glad to learn that SF Temple is doing very nicely in the street Sankirtana with transcendental plays. And your BTG sales are very encouraging to me. I have Bhagavad Gita, is it?
Back to
Uh,
Godhead.
Sorry?
Back to Godhead.
Back to Godhead.
BTG.
Sales are very encouraging to me. I have heard from Gauramani that you are ordering 20,000 issues of Back to Godhead, and this is a very good news. Selling Back to Godhead means that Our movement is increasing and our philosophy is being appreciated. Uttama Sloka is a very good devotee, and I am also glad to learn that he is a great assistance to you in guiding the new devotees. He may remain there with my permission for as long as he may like. I know that he is very valuable as an expert temple manager. I have already sent Hansadutta to oversee the Germany center and help them be organized.
Krishna, thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Can I request that the devotee to take it in? If Ramlala Prabhuji is.
Will we
I cannot speak properly, but yeah. Okay, Hare Krishna. Yeah. I am very happy to
will I continue?
yeah, because I cannot see properly. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
very happy to continue. I'm very happy to learn that you are arranging opening another center in some chase from your letter. I understand that it will be a good start in spreading our Krishna consciousness movement in the Spanish-speaking people. I do not care whether the center is open this place or that place. Simply, I want to see that eventually a center is opened in every place. So far now, you may state the center in San chose, and as you say that there are many advantages to these procedures, you must develop it nicely. This will be a good opportunity for Chichistuskanda,
Chitpananda.
Chitananda and his wife to engage some Spanish-speaking devotee to help them. When the South America Center is first opened, so by the near location, you should keep in close touch and give them all assistance as much as possible. Your plan is fully approved by me, and you may immediately begin your preparation without delay. I am so happy to learn of your increasing desire to spread the Sankirtan movement. My Guru Maharaj used to say that one who has actually got life cannot do but preach this Krishna consciousness. Really spiritual life means must uh, really spiritual life means he must preach, and he is really preaching. Now we must prepare all our disciples for serious preaching work. So I am requesting everyone of any initiated student to very seriously chant daily 16 rounds without fail and strictly follow the regulative practices. If these two things are done regularly, there will be no chance of falling down because this because because these principles are the essential task of spiritual strength. In additionally to these classes, an individual study of our scriptures must be done very scrutinizedly by you all, so that you can be preaching fully. Convince yourself of his trans of this transnatal survey, transnatal science, and is necessary for the mankind in general. If one simply regularly chant and follow the rules and regulative principle, all question of philosophy will be answered by Krishna from within, and all doubt will be clear also in this way. And the same answer are there again in your books like Bhagavad Gita as it is Srimad Bhagavatam extra. So please see that all the initiated devotees stick rigidly to their daily chanting and regulative living in devotional service. This is most important. Hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wishes, Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mataji. So I request dear devotees, kindly share your realizations. It's a long letter. All the devotees who have read and who has heard. So kindly share your realizations from this letter. What Prabhupada is trying to say.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhu, yeah. So the Prabhupada was mentioning about the Rath Yatra festival, and then he wanted to make the three cards for the each deity, like Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra, and he wanted to have a big Sankirtana party, so people can accept about the Sankirtana, and then they join the Rath Yatra. So, and then there's going to be like a festival. It's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's birthday, and then there's a big plan to be a festival out of doors. So, and in this way, the procession is Janmashtami day also. So these are two important things to be celebrated. And there's yeah, Prabhu. So the other things is takeaways are I couldn't understand Prabhupada policies in this paragraph, so about the question and then part and parcel about the Krishnas, and then Krishna give everybody a free will. So then, according to that, everybody have their own choice. But yeah, yes, so devotee is lower under the most of nature. Yes, yes, Prabhu, the devotee can explain more. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay. Sita Sundari Mataji, any takeaway points from your side?
Yes, Prabhuji, and Prabhu, along with the instruction of Ratha Jatra, and he mentioned about also the devotee is never under the modes of nature, and we are what is the yeah, he emphasized about on the services to God, and the about fragmental okay and that Jiva is the part and parcel of Krishna, and that is why we only whatever we do, or if we surrender unto God, then He will protect us. So that's why we should take. We should not be fearful. We should only surrender unto Him, and He will protect us. So that is the main thing of his preaching. And
yeah, mainly here is mentioning, because we have to understand we are part and parcel of Supreme Lord, and the small part cannot be happy individually. Individually cannot separate, it cannot enjoy. But if it is connect with this big one, big machine, big part, then it will be satisfied. That's why we are parts and parcel. So if we give the root, water in the root, then whole plant will be nourished. So that's why we have to serve to Supreme One. And if Supreme Lord is happy, then we become happy because we are part and parcel of Supreme Lord. That is actually main essence. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And then he emphasized about the Sankirtan in the street and distribution of back to Godhead.
The good news is, it was distributed 20,000 Back to Godhead magazine. And Prabhupada was very happy, very happy. Still, that was one of the member here, Hangsadut. Last month he came in the temple here in London. Yes. So still, this devotee is still there. Yeah, you can go ahead because you read. Because I did not read.
You heard, you can remember. Yeah. And another point he emphasized that Krishna knows our heart. He knows everything. So that is why, and he knows all the future. And there is only two ways, either we should engage our mind and into the spiritual activities or Krishna conscious activities.
No, spiritual activities
No, sorry,
or
material activities or Krishna conscious activities.
And the result is different. That's mentioned. Because what is the destination? Destination is two different ways. Yeah. Go ahead.
So, yeah, I already mentioned that 20,000 back to Godhead orders. So that means they were doing very good. And it's very nice that later Prabhupada instructed everybody and guided them and inspired the devotees in all over the world. So that is how they learned. Otherwise, everything like from how to make chariot, Ratha Jatra, everything, how he instructed everybody, and everybody did so nicely, appropriately, according to Jagannath Puri. And still now we are enjoying the Ratha Jatra every year, and all over the world. And it's not according to that particular date, but he tells that it doesn't matter that whether it is on that day according to the real date or not. Anytime we can give like pleasure for it's done for the pleasure of Jagannath, Balaram, Subhadra, means Lord. So anytime you can arrange.
There another point mentioned.
Yeah, that is Rangamani selling.
Because devotee should chant 16 rounds.
Okay, who can do, who are eligible, who are that it is very important for 4 regulative principle and 16 rounds japa. If we do that properly, everything will be very smoothful. That is the essence, and it's give the power. And chanting 16 rounds is, and they cannot fall down. It keeps us in the right position of the spiritual path. That this is not the chanting 16 rounds, it gives us strength. It is not a service, it is mainly to make connection with Lord. So it gives all the strength and spiritual strength so that we can continue in the path of bhakti. Meditation class in individual study. And secondly, also he emphasized on the reading of scriptures and very scrutinizingly. That means not only reading, we should read by understanding all the meanings and scrutinizingly. That means we have to read word by word because it is very meaningful. Every word is very meaningful. And we are very fortunate that Prabhupada clarified all the every
Hare Krishna Mataji, we can't hear you.
Prabhupada emphasized on reading the scriptures, and very minutely we have to read. And after reading, if we don't read properly, we cannot preach also. That is why reading and preaching there is it's related. And first we have to read, because if we cannot convince ourselves, how we can convince others? That's why it's very important to read properly first by ourselves, reading, understanding, then preaching. So yeah, all this Prabhuji, that we should follow the regulative principles. We should read Bhagavad Gita regularly, scriptures regularly, and preach. And they are chanting. Devotional service is very important. Okay, so that is the essence takeaway from me, please, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Nicely explained, summarized. Okay. Meena Mataji, you wanted to add anything?
No, yes, Prabhupada said that preaching is very important, and then he just said that if we follow 16 round and regular to chant the 16 round and regular principle, he will never fall down. So it's very important to maintain these two things, and there are initiation devotees very preaching is very important and take very seriously, so. And yeah, so he just also mentioned that they want to open the Spanish speaker and start with that, and he said that is a good idea about that. And I think Mataji and Prabhuji as all men then very nicely said, and so yeah, all I think is covered mostly.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So hope we are going to hear you while you are preaching to us on coming Tuesday. Thank you so much, Mataji. Any other points, dear devotees? Saranya Mataji and Gaurinya Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Here's already Usha Mataji, Surya Mataji, Ramlala Prabhuji has said everything, Prabhu. But the point I like is what you're showing is the preachers first of all we should be convinced, then only we can convince others. So preaching is first practice then preach. So we cannot preach anything that we ourselves is not practicing. So if we want to make another person chanting, means we first chant regularly, sincerely, then only we can make another one chants. And if we want to make another one read, we have to read first. So the first thing is what we do, what we are doing, that can only we can preach. So that will only have, then only the another person will have an impact. So it's all about the purity. So that is if we want to do any service, or if we want to preach anything, first of all we have to follow that, then only we can do so. That is, Prabhupada is also saying that preachers must be first be fully convince yourself, then start preaching. Then we will not be get defeated, or then we will be success in our endeavor. So that is the point I like, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. It is very nicely explained. It's a very strong point.
Hare Krishna. Sometimes also, one of the important, very elevated devotee, disciple of Srila Prabhupada, he mentioned, he's actually head of the book distributor in USA. He came last year in the manor. So he mentioned, first you have to learn the books. You have to study these books. But some people going on the street, even they did not read. They did not study that one, and how they can present to others. If they study this one, then they can mention the key point. This book you can find this point. Then you will be happy. But some people, they are only going for distributing the books. Even themselves they did not study. So it's very funny. So that's why we have to. Devotee has to study. Study means realize this book. What are the essence, key point, or essence of what Prabhupada mentioned? Actually, the spiritual things. Then we can understand. So it is very, very seriously we have to study. So this is the utilize our time, and if we study, if we are maintain our spiritual life. Spiritual life means as a regulatory principle and study, then we will be our life will be very secure position. Prabhupada will take care for us. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Yeah, very nicely added. Yeah, there are some devotees. One devotee, Mahotsava Prabhu. So he's a disciple of Bhakti Vikas Swami. So in a single day, he's distributing thousands of books. It's just amazing to hear that one. Per day, 30 Bhagavatam sets. So single person to person, he is distributing like that. It is
Oh
not
my
very.
Where is it, Prabhu? Where he is doing?
In America.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So, yeah,
We cannot imagine. Mahotsav.
Yeah, Mahautsaha.
Mahotsav. Yeah, it's name and name is signifying. Yeah, is enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic, yeah.
Utsav means enthusiastic. Yeah. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Garange Mataji, you want to add anything, any points, Mataji?
Nothing, Prabhuji, sorry. All Mataji and Prabhuji shared and very explained nicely, Prabhuji. I don't have any explanation, then I don't understand properly. So, is chanting is more, I think, is if we chant regularly 16 round, then is nice to, we can go, God hears like that, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Haribol. Wonderful.
That is the summarized and thank you so much, Mataji. That can be executed at all time and place and circumstances, whatever the circumstance it is. Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. And from the announcements point of view, so coming Tuesday, we are waiting for confirming for the preaching session. I'm waiting from Meena Mataji to say yes, and that I'm going to speak. Waiting for a long time from Meena Mataji. Okay.
Haribol. Meena Mataji.
I don't think so I can do it.
Yeah. So Lord will give all the knowledge. So we have got all Prabhupada has given translations and purports, all the knowledge, Vedic knowledge Krishna has given. We just present it. That's all. We just read it and then take away. Like now we are doing the takeaway points. These are the takeaway points for the presentation. There we do sing Kirtan, Mangalacharan prayers, and then the philosophy. Just now what we do is philosophy, and Narasimha prayer is as simple as that. And just take your points. Maybe if you take your points from reading one verse and what Krishna is trying to say, Prabhupada is trying to explain to us, and what are our actions for it. Everything is being summarized. Chanting of 16 rounds, following the regulative principles, engaging oneself in the devotional service. These are the summary points for all. Whatever the purport, whatever the translation, whatever the Vedas, and all summarizations, they are ending up with 16 rounds, follow the regulative principles, and engage yourself in the devotional service. And stay among the devotees, rendering service to the महतां बहुमानानां दीनानाम् अनुकम्पया मैत्र्या चैवात्मतुल्येषु यमेन नियमेन च. So in the devotees association, if there are greater big devotees, we respect them, and Kanistadikaris, we just show mercy on them, help them, and equal-minded devotees, make friendship. These are the summary 5 or 6 summary points from all our Krishna consciousness philosophy. There are many things, but these are the essential things. Just putting whatever we speak at the end, if we just add this one, the lecture or the preaching is completely perfect. Okay, so that is the point. We wanted all the devotees do it, and in the behind, the Lord is going to empower without knowing to us. Later on, we realize that, oh, did I speak like that? And then I'm experiencing this in different way. That is the main aim of preaching. So essentially, Prabhupada is mentioning that all preachers fully convinced yourself. Then only full conviction we engage, absorb in Krishna consciousness. Okay, so that is the essence of it, and I wanted all the devotees to be like that. That is from the announcements point of view. Okay, so devotees, if you have got any other points, kindly share. Otherwise, we move into the next part of our program. This is the learning of the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yeah, today maybe not announcement, maybe you know already. Harinam in Manor. So who are the nearby Harinam Kirtan? Yeah, Kirtan. So you can join. Yes, it is from 2 to 9:30.
Nice, Maharaj.
Yes.
Maharaj.
Indra Maharaj. Many
And then
others.
Madhav Prabhuji, like he is very
Madhav Prabhu, normally Amala Harinam, Nadia Muni, maybe some other devotees, they are going here and there, everywhere in this one. So yeah, there is opportunity you can meet them. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, so now we shall move to the next part of our program. It is the verse, learning of the verse, Sanskrit verse. So far in Srimad Bhagavatam, in the first canto, 3rd chapter, we have completed Jagurihe Paurusham Rupam Bhagavan Mahadadibihi Sambhotam Sod Sekala Madhu Lokasisrukshaya, about Karnadaksai Vishnu. Yasyam Basyayanasya Yoga Nidram Mitinvataha Nabirtham Bujad Asit Viswasujam Patihi. So there, about Garbhodaksai Vishnu, 2nd verse, and 3rd verse about the Lord's form and how he expands the Purusha form. Even though it is spiritual, but his body accommodates materially all the planetary systems within his. Yasyavayav samsthanaihi kalpito loka vistaraha tadbhai bhagavato rupam vishuddham sattum murjitam. So his body accommodates all the planetary systems. His body is spiritual. And further, Suta Goswami is saying about his how devotees with their perfect eyes see the transcendental form of the Purusha, who has thousands of legs, thighs, arms, and faces. So in that body, there are thousands of heads, ears, eyes, and noses. They are decorated with thousands of helmets and glowing earrings, and are adorned with garlands. This is the form of Vishwarupa, or materialistic form that we can see with our material eyes. This is Arjuna also has seen with, of course, material eyes in the sense it also needs divine eyes. The Krishna has given to Arjuna divine eyes to see his universal form. That is once again Swati Goswami explaining here. पश्यन्त्यदो रूपम् अदभ्रचक्षुषा सहस्रपादोरु भुजानद्भुतम् सहस्रमूर्धश्रवणाक्षिनासिकं सहस्रमौल्याम्भरकुण्डलोलसत्. So here the devotees pasyanti adho. The devotees, they see the form of the Purusha Rupam adabhra chakshusha, and with perfect eyes. Sahasrapada Guru Bhujana Adbhutam, with so many Sahasrapada, thousands of legs, Uru, thighs, and Bhujanana, hands and faces. Adbhutam, they are very wonderful. Sahasramurdha, and thousands of heads. Sahasramurdha, Shravana, ears, Akshi, eyes, Nasikam, noses, and the Sahasra Maulyambhara, there are thousands of garlands, and Ambara, dresses, Kundala, earrings, Ullasat, all glowing. This is the form of the Lord. All devotees will see with their perfect eyes, Adabhra Chakrusha, all the Sahasra Padaru Bhujanadbhutam, Sahasra Murda Shravnakshi Nasikam, Sahasra Maulyambhara Kundalolasat. It is a description of the form of the Lord, transcendental form of the Purusha. Okay, so I request dear devotees, kindly take the turns to recite this verse 3 times. This is, we are stressing to the Sanskrit pronunciations, learning the meanings of it, and what Suta Goswami is trying to say as part of the context and what we wanted to learn from it. So first we recite, each devotee take turn to recite it 3 times. We shall go in the alphabetical order. Gauringi Mataji, would you like to go first?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Okay, Prabhuji. I'll try, Prabhuji. पश्यन्ति अद्रूपम् अधव्रचक्षुषा सहस्रपादौरुभुजानन्द अद्भुतम् सहस्रमूर्धा सवर्ण अचिनासिकम् सहस्रमौलि अम्बरकुण्डलालसा पश्यन्ति अधरूपम् अधव्रचक्षुषा सहस्रपादौरुभुजानन्द अद्भुतं सहस्रमूर्धश्रवण अचिनासिकं सहस्रमौलिमरकुण्डलोलसा पश्यन्ति अधरूपम् अधव्रचक्षुषा सहस्रपादौरुभुजानन्दाद्भुतं सहस्रमुद्रासहना अचिनासिकं सहस्रमौलिमरकुण्डलोलसा. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, very nicely recited, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really wonderful. Really, really.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Mataji is very expert in Sanskrit recitations. Okay, so can I request next Malati Mataji, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Pasyanta adorupam adarvakasusta saharsa padauru bhujanandavutam saharsa murdha srava kanaksti
Nasikam Saharsa Mayuli Amara Kundalostam Vasyanta Adom Rupam Adhara Kasusta Saharsa Padora Vujanandavutam Saharsramurdha Sarvaksa Naksinam Saharsa Mayula Amara Kundala Losasta Pasyante Adorupam Adharava Kasusam Saharsa Padoru Vujanandavutam Saharsa Murdha Sarva Nasikam Saharsa Mayulya Ambara Kundala Sasta. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Very nicely recited. Can I request next Meena Mataji, please?
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. पश्यन्त्यदोरूप अदचक्षुषा सहस्रपादो उपजानना उदत्तं सहस्रमूर्ध्य श्रवणाक्षिनाशिकं सहस्रमूल्या कुण्डलो लसत् पश्यन्तदोरूपा अपचक्षुषा सहस्रपादो उपजानना उदत्तं सहस्रमूर्तं श्रवणाक्षिणासिकं सहस्रमूल्यम् अम्बरकुण्डलो लसत् पश्यन्त्यतो रूप पश्यन्तदोरूप उदचक्षुषा सहस्रपादो उपजानना उदत्तं सहस्रमुद्रा श्रवणाक्षिणासिकं सहस्रमूल्या अम्बरकुण्डलो लसित.
Thank you, Mataji. So here, this is Pasyanti Ada Rupam Adabra Chakrusha. Adabra Chakrusha. Adabra is the perfect eyes, Chakrusha. And the Sahasra Pada Guru Bhuja Anana Adbhutam. Bhuja. So here, Sahasra is repeated in every line. And what are it is mentioning different limbs of the Lord. Pada, Guru, Bhuja, Anana. These are the legs and thighs and arms, and then face, Adbhutam. And then thousands of Modna heads, Shravana ears, Akshay eyes, Nasikam nose, Sahasra Maulya Ambara, and so many flower garlands, Ambaras, dresses, Kundala earrings, Ullasat, they are glittering. So this is very easy, and but they are coming in a form of the Sanskrit lines. Pasyanti adho rupam adabra chakrusha, with perfect eyes. Sahasra padoru bhuja arana adbhutam. Sahasra murdha shravana akshinasikam. Sahasra maulya ambara kundala ullasat. It is very easy. So when we are recited, so in other parts of the sessions we recite, that is fine. But here, when in the Sanskrit learning things, we need to stress the sounds and what are the letters are used. For example, sa, sa, sha, different letters. So if it is pasyanti, this is come as a sa here. Likewise, again here, sha, chakrusha, and then adabra. When we are doing, we need to pronounce the sounds correctly here. This is the learning session. We need to stress learning. It doesn't matter. We have to slowly go. It is not that we need to recite beautifully. It is not that one. But stressing the Sanskrit sounds and how we are pronouncing them. Sahasra padoru, pada plus guru, padoru. And then Bhuja plus Anana, Bhujanana, Adbhutam. When we are going continuously, it will go like that. But when we see splitting here, Prabhupada has given the synonyms very nicely here. Sahasra Murdha Sravanakshi Nasikam Sahasra Maulyambhara Kundalolasat. So likewise, we need to stress the sounds wherever it is and look at the letters and the words have been used. Okay, thank you so much. Next, can I request Sita Mataji, please?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Pashanti adorupam adhaprachakshusha sahasrauru bhujanana bhutam sahasram murdha sravanakshinasikam সহস্রমৌলম্বর কুণ্ডলম উল্লসৎ পশ্যান্তে আদরূপম অধভ্রচক্ষুষা সহস্রপাদৌরু ভুজানানভূতম সহস্রমূর্ধশ্রবণাক্ষিনাসিকম সহস্রমৌলম্বর কুণ্ডল উল্লসৎ পশ্যান্ত আদরূপম অধপ্রচক্ষুষা পাদৌ উরু ভুজানা আনন অদ্ভুতম সহস্রমূর্ধ শ্রবণাক্ষি নাসিকম সহস্রমূলম্বর কুণ্ডলসৎ. Hare Krishna.
Very Krishna, very beautifully recited, Mataji. Very nice. Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. And would Ramlala Prabhuji wanted to try?
Hare Krishna, I am please tolerate me. Ushant adarupa adhara chakshusha sahasra padaura bhujanana udbhutam sahasra mura sahasra murdha Sravanakshi Nasikam Sahasramula Adhara Ambara Kundala Ullashat Shanti Rupam Adhara sorry Pashanti Rupam Adhara Sakshi Sahasra Padura Bhujan Anana Udbhutam Sahasra Murda Sarvanakshi Nasikam Sahasra Malo Ambura Kundala Ulashat. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Can I request Usha Mataji to recite this verse 3 times, please?
Okay, Hare Krishna. Pasyantyadurupamatrachakshusha sahasrapadurpujanam sutam सहस्रभूता श्रवणाक्षिणाशिकम् सहस्रमौलीयम्बरकुण्डलोत्सकम् पश्यन्ति यदा रूपमात्रचक्षुषा सहस्रपादौरभुजनं अद्भुतम् सहस्रभूता श्रवणाक्षिणाशिकम् सहस्रमौलीयम्बरकुण्डलसकम् पश्यन्ति यदा रूपमात्रचक्षुषा सहस्रपादौरभुजनमदद्भुतम् सहस्रमुक्ता श्रवणाक्षिणाशिकम् सहस्रमौलीयम्बरकुण्डलसकम्
Mataji, very nicely recited. Can I request Hangma Hare Krishna? So would you like to try to recite? Hare Krishna. Okay. Okay, that's fine. But so here, Paskyanchado Rupam Adabhrachakrusha Sahasra Pada Guru Bujaranadbhutam Sahasra Mudda Sravnakchinasikam Sahasra Maulyambara Kundalolasat. So devotees, so Pasyanti, so going through the each Sanskrit word, see the meanings that has been given here in the synonyms. So here, Aswata Goswami is explaining about the Lord's Purusha's form, which contains the transcendental form contains all the different rupam, that form, Adabhrachaksha, who can see with the perfect eyes. And they are Sahasra Pada, Puru, Bhujana, Anana, Adbhutam. They are very, very wonderful. So just knowing the context, they are being glorified with Adbhutam and the Ullasat, all glowing, and they're very wonderful. All his limbs, Pada, Guru, Bhuja, Anana, and Murdha, Sravana, Akshi, Nasikam, Maulya, Ambara. Flower garlands and his dresses, his earrings, and his head and his ears, his eyes, nose, and these are being glorified. And here all these things can be seen by Pasyanti, seen by Ado Rupam, that Rupam Adbhuta Adabhra Chakrusha, with the perfect eyes. So the devotees with their perfect eyes see the transcendental form of the Purusha, who has thousands of legs, thighs, arms, and faces, all extraordinary. In that body, there are thousands of heads, ears, eyes, and noses. They are decorated with thousands of helmets and glowing earrings and are adorned with garlands. So this is the form. Now I request, dear devotees, just line by line. Gauringa Mataji, would you like to say what it is used here? It is straight away as we have discussed. Again, this I request dear devotee. Pasyanti adorupam.
Pasyanti adorupam means Pasyanti is a sea, Ado is a dark form, and the Rupam is a form. Means who have see God Param Purush Bhagwan, who see his his divine body. I think Prabhuji cannot explain, Prabhuji.
Yes, that is the form of the Lord. So we see devotee see Krishna in his two-handed having the Venum Kwanantam Arvinda Dalayataksham. This is devotees see it. That is the transcendental form, which is in the Goloka on top of all other abodes, on top of all the Vaikunthas. But some people, they worship Krishna or in a different universal form. Some are in the four-handed form. Some they wanted to worship Avyakta Brahma Jyoti. So here it is explained by the Adabra Chakrusha, who has got the perfect eyes. Okay, so this is the form of the Lord. It is a transcendental form. So next, can I request Adabra Chakrusha to Malati Mataji, please? Hare Krishna, Malati Mataji, would you like? If you are available? Adabra Chakrusha.
Sorry, Prabhuji.
So this is, we are talking about the meanings of the words of the Sanskrit words here, Adabra Chaksha, and the context and what why Satu Goswami used just one line of information is sufficient to explain in your own.
Other perfect chaksusa by the eyes. Perfect by the eyes. Probably I think perfect by the eyes. To see the Lord or the Purusam, we need the form of like a perfect eyes. Only from the perfect eyes we can take darshan of Bhagwan. Sorry,
Yes.
Prabhuji.
Yes, Mata, you have said that is correct. Here, perfect eyes, who has got perfect eyes? And perfect eyes, our material, everyone are infected with illusion, imperfect senses, fall into illusion, make mistake. These are the four defects of all the living entities, the conditioned living entities. So we have got Shastra Chakrusha, the Shastras. We have to see everything through the Shastras. We need to keep the spectacles to see everything. What are those spectacles? Shastra Chakrusha. Because Shastras will give the right knowledge to us. Shastras give the right knowledge. And then we understand it. Otherwise, if we try to see by our own, we don't get anything. We do not understand. So here the devotees, they see the Lord's form with their Adabra Chaksha, perfect eyes, with the Shastra and hearing from the Acharyas and Gurus. That is Adabra Chaksha. Sadhu, Shastra, Guru. When we take the knowledge from them, it is Adabra Chaksha, perfect eyes. Then we see the Lord. Lord, how can the Lord be seen? So here it is said by eyes. And also Krishna, Arjuna has seen with the divine eyes. Okay, so
Yeah.
how is that different? Yes, Prabhuji.
Sorry, please, you go ahead. Please, I interrupted. Please go ahead. After that, I can.
Yeah, that's fine, Prabhuji. Go ahead.
Okay. Here, Prabhupada was asked by others, did you see the God? Did you see God? And Prabhupada mentioned, that is not important things, whether I have seen or not. Do you like to see? And he mentioned, he presented that people are in cataract. So, but I can open the cataract, the layer, they have layer. Due to that, they cannot see. So actually, how we can see? It's not. It is a spiritual thing. We have to see through our spiritual eyes. Perfect eyes means spiritual eyes. Even in the material things, for example, microscopic things, very minute particle. How we can see? For example, microorganism, very little particle. So microorganism, then we use microscope, and maybe sometimes ultra microscope. So That's why in the material things we have to see, utilize accordingly. Even far distance we have to use telescope, very far distance. So according our material, we use our material sense to see material things. We need according that instrument. So similarly, spiritual thing to realize or to visualize that we need similar visual vision. Similar, so that is spiritual things. We need spiritual visions. So it's also mentioned as a Premanjana Sarita. So it's without prem, without love to Lord, we cannot see it. This is the actually perfect eyes. Through devotional service, doing devotional service, through sadhu and guru, you mentioned. Yes. Then with the and shastra, then we can see Lord. Otherwise, our material eyes we cannot see. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. It is Premanjana Charita Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti. The devotees they see tinging the love to the eyes. Prema Anjana. Anjana is the ointment. With the love of ointment, Anjana. Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena. They only see in their heart. Santa Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti. Prabhupada says some in the lecture, so the Lord is there. Do you have right eyes to see the Lord? And then I wanted, some people are coming. Can you show me the God if he is here? Yeah, I will show you, but do you have the right eyes to see the Lord? And that is the question further. So that is the material world. And some people foolishly they say, I have seen the God, and then they speak and openly. But that is not the way of seeing. So seeing through the Shastras. The materialistic people cannot see the Lord in his transcendental form. Here, Pasyantado Rupam Adabhrachaksha, the perfect eyes, the devotees with their perfect eyes, because they receive the knowledge from all the gurus and sadhus and from the Shastra. They do not take any material knowledge. Okay, that is Adabhrachaksha. Thank you, Mataji. Next, so Sahasra Pada Guru. Can I request Meena Mataji? Can go the full line. Sahasrapada Guru Bhuja Arana Adbhutam. There are 4 limbs have been mentioned. Yes.
Yeah, I just want to add, like, about this perfect eyes. I was just also heard, like, if we want to see somebody like Prime Minister or somebody like big, and we cannot still see them, so how can Krishna straight away, like, without doing anything, how can we see him? So then you have to stop, you have to do something, like, in order to see the Krishna. So it's not easily you can see like Bhagwan like that. If the senior, like, very high level, you cannot see him, so how can you think that you can see Krishna that easily?
Yes. That is very beautiful point, Mataji. Yes. That's a science. Practically, without working for the Lord, how can anyone can see? Otherwise, they have to see through the televisions. Like devotees go and see in the temples the deities. Likewise, they have to see in the televisions where the prime minister is, where the president is. But who are directly working for president or prime minister, they are live in the same palace as the president or prime minister. Likewise, devotees, they work in the, even though they work in the temples, but still they got direct association. On top of that, the bliss they experience, it is transcendental, not through the senses. It is blissful. It is above all the senses, mind, intelligence, and ego. Their mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance, they do not prevail on the body of a devotee. They are on the pure Shuddha Sattva, that one can experience it. Yes, Mataji, go ahead, please.
Sahasra Sahasrapado Bhujanam Uddhatam. Sahasra means Sahasrapada means thousands of legs. Aru means thighs, and puja ananna. Puja ananna is hands and faces. So like God has like sahasra, thousands of legs and like thousands of charan and like and hands and faces. It's just something sahasra. Adu puja ananda puja ananna. Yeah, so here is just saying that the Krishna, like Bhagwan has sahasra charan and sahasra puja and faces. Is that
Yes, so the Lord has got thousands of legs, thighs, and in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, all his legs and Sarvato Panipadam Tat Sarvato Siromukam, they are expanded everywhere in this universe.
And then because we only think there's only one universe, like Kali Yuga, but there is 1,000 and like millions of universe different exist. So everywhere there is a God exists. So they have like something mentioned like Sahasra Pada. So I just think just there's so many universes which is uncountable as well. I think it's something right? I don't know.
And so here, yes, Mother. So here, the Lord has 1,000 legs means, if we see the Bhagavad Gita in the Arjuna, what he has seen, so many forms, and all his legs and have been expanded everywhere. So many heads, so many arms, and having different kinds of weapons, holding in different hands. That Arjuna is seeing there. And also not only that, but he is seeing Brahmanamisham, Kamalasanastam. He is seeing all of them. And here all these things, Pada Guru, it is, Sadhu Goswami is telling us that he is expanding everywhere. Sahasra means it is not just only thousands of legs, it is means unlimited. In the scriptures, when Sahasra means, we need to understand it is unlimited. Pada Guru Bhujanadbhutam. They are very wonderful. So if we see the universal form of the Lord, universe.
Yes, in chapter 11 also. Actually, here sometimes we can understand this another way. His legs, his thigh, hands, face, everything is so wonderful. It was very adbhutam. It's wonderful. If some devotee asks, "Did you see his eyes?" They will say, "Yes. Only eyes and little part I can see." They cannot see what about the uru, what about the leg. If someone is observe the leg, he cannot see what about the face, how the thigh, because their eyes cannot move, because it was so wonderful and they can't move their eyes. How nice, because it's the attract and there is no sense to move away the eyes. So that's why is really wonderful. That's why our Acharya mentioned Badana Madhuram. Uh, what is it? Badana Madhuram. Badana. Yes. Yes. There is the one. So this is his. Everything is so wonderful. So nice. And you mentioned also, yes, Bhagavad Gita also. Arjuna was very amazed. He was perplexed to sing Shasra Shrisha Shasra. So it's very, very amazing. And this thing, amazing is wonderful. Adbhutam is really wonderful. They cannot move their eyes. They become satisfied. So it's wonderful. Yes. Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. So here, if we see here the Lord's form, Arjuna is here, his leg, faces is expanded everywhere. This is the beauty of Krishna's form. Okay, so this is what we see as a authenticated one, where he has got four-handed form and Krishna, and behind that there are universal form, so many things. This universal form is temporary. Etadrupam bhagavato hi arupasi chidatmanaha maya guneri virichitam mahadadi viratmani. This is maya guna virichitam. It is the temporary form, the illusory form, the Lord's material form. It is illusory for the materialistic people. It is here later on. It is explained in the, I think, 40 something like that. Etadrupam bhagavato hi arupasya siddhatmanah maya gunirviritam urupad mahadadibihi. Let me just show this, and then we'll go back to that one. Yes, this is one. Etadrupam bhagavato hi arupasya chidatmanah maya gunirviritam mahadadiviratmani. So the conception of Virata, universal form of the Lord, as appearing in the material world is imaginary. It is to enable the less intelligent and the neophytes to adjust to the idea of the Lord's having a form. But factually, the Lord has no material form. So it is not material form. Lord has got spiritual form. This is for the materialistic people. Initially, they are advised to worship on the materialistic form, like the hills and the space and all these bottom planetary systems. They are different parts of the Virat Rupa. Likewise, they are advised in a materialistic form. Sukadev Goswami also mentioned in the first chapter of second canto that we have seen already. So this here, Sahasrapad, this is the transcendental form. And also we see later on in the Srimad Bhagavatam, the Sahasrashirsha Purusha also, as a person, he is in the Brahmaloka. That we see that one later on. I think in the Temple of Vedic Planetarium, that video contains Sahasrashirsha Purusha also in the Brahmaloka. We'll come to that point. Okay, but here Sota Goswami is saying that all his form, it is a transcendental form with the thousands of heads and legs, thighs, and faces. It is so wonderful. We'll go to that one later on. Any other points, Mataji, you wanted to say? Okay, so that, and the next, can I request Usham Sita Sundari Mataji and Prabhuji, would you like to go for the next slide?
Yeah, Sahasra Murdha Sahasrakshi Nashikam means the continuation of the verse is thousands of heads. So, Karna means no ears, and Nasikam noses. So yeah, we like through the divine eyes only we are able to see the Sahasra forms of God and everything. All the it's here explained the picture of God. So this is the thing, and Mataji mentioned that as it's very like nice point that we can like about the king or other who are engaged in our country, in big post. So who are eligible to see them, who are serving them? That is happened also in Vrindavana, that only we can see or we can hear that every night their past lila is happening there, and in the in morning they bring out like at night they are served Radha Krishna, for Radha Krishna they are served something like sweets, different kinds of nuts, water, and pan, what is called in English? Betel nut. Yeah, all are served, and in the morning time they find that everything, the bed is nicely done in at night, but in the morning time they found that everything is scattered in the floor, on the bed, and maybe sweet is one is eaten halfly, one is little bit like just touched.
All the closing.
And yes, it at night they close everything, they like check everything whether it's closed properly or not. But in the morning time, who served, like the pujaris, they are so fortunate, they are so like pious that only they can see those. So how fortunate they are, and how divine eyes they are, because who served them, the divine God, like they must be also divine, because Arjuna, how he was capable to see his divine form after giving the divine eyes. So we don't have divine eyes, that's why we can't see. We see only a form, or like how we are materialistic people, that's why we think that they are only sculpture, not even deity. We have doubt on our mind, is really deity, is really God. But who are serving in Vrindavan, who are serving like from their soul, and only they can see, and they realize they are getting like pleasure. To Shanchicha, Romanchicha, how they are like enjoying the pastime every day, every moment. So how fortunate they are. At least we are we came to know this after coming Krishna consciousness. This is also our like good karma. That's why at least we can hear about, and we came to the contact of Krishna conscious devotees. So we are fortunate also. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much, Mataji. So it is, once we know the scriptural injunctions and the philosophy and what is right, what is not right, what is to be done, what is not to be done, following the regulatory principles, purifying all our consciousness, then we see all these things, everything makes completely perfect, and we feel that blissfulness. And before that, it was a different vision, and now it's a different vision to see the Lord. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Exactly. Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Actually, to see Lord, His universal form. This is also important point she mentioned. Actually, how Arjuna visualize it only due to divine power from Lord Krishna. When Arjuna acknowledged that you are my guru, at that moment he gave spiritual eyes. Then he was able to see. Although this universal form in front of lot of thousand people, soldiers, but they could not see. Only Arjuna power, Arjuna has potential to see that. Due to giving divine power, Lord Krishna himself he gave. And second thing, another television channel was running is Dhritarashtra and Sanjaya. This channel also, they broadcast same thing, and how Sanjaya observed it due to Vyasdev gave the spiritual vision. That's why he was able to see. And second, third point, another thing, even Dhritarashtra was able to see, although he has no material eyes, he could see, but he was not desiring to see this thing. So that's why it is another significant point. To see Lord, it is not material eyes. Even Dhritarashtra able to see, even he has no eyes, material eyes. So on the conclusion, we can see through Lord Krishna himself or his representative, for example, Vyasdev or a Guru, we can see Lord. So his Rupa is Adbhutam, but even we can see, we cannot understand. Even she mentioned that is in the deity form also, we can see as a lower form. Deity everyone can see, but we cannot realize. Those who are elevated soul, even Prabhupada, he knows how he is going on. Even some other Maharaj, they can see because they always study, always think about him. They understand how the service is going on, how is going on, everything. Because they see their another way. And we, some other only see stone and other thing, wood and stone, nothing else. So that is why our power should be through Guru and Krishna and Shastra. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, for kindly explaining these things. That is Divyam Dadamite Chakshushu Pasyami Yogameshwaram. So Krishna says, Divyam Dadamite Chakshushu, I give divine eyes, you see me. Pasyami Yogameshwaram. Then Arjuna could see, Pasyam Tava Devadehe Sarvam Sada Bhutavisheshangan Brahmanamesham Kamalasanastam Rushim Sadvan Uragam Devyan अनेकबाहोदरवक्त्रनेत्रं पश्यामि त्वां सर्वतो अनन्तरूपं नान्तं न मध्यं न पुनस्तवादिं पश्यामि विश्वेश्वर विश्वरूपम्. So beautifully Arjuna says all Krishna's with thousands of Aneka Bhavahodara Vaktanetra, so many Sahasram Murtisravanakhyanasakam and Sahasramaulyamvar, so many things. That is Dadami Dadamite Chakshu, the divine eyes. Okay, so can I request next Usha Mataji, please go on with the fourth line, please.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare. Sahasramauli Ambara Kundalalasa. So, Sahasra is like 1,000. 1,000 moulis, garlands, and Ambara is dresses. Kundala earrings, and Ullasa is glowing. So like whatever the personality God had is wearing. He had 1,000 hands, and then his earrings are glowing, and the dresses are so beautifully, and he had wearing the garlands. So like the form of the Lord is like so wonderful, and then whatever he wears is like all the glowings and everything. So and yes, well, this is like everybody said very nicely about the Krishna and the Super Krishna. What is how he is so like so good and wonderful. He have form, and that to see the Lord, they need like eyes to the see, or you can see without that listening about all about God, and then you need to have say specialized like if Arjuna had to see the form of Krishna, the Vishwaroop. So, yeah, Prabhu. That was my understanding. Other question?
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So here the Maulya, this is the Mauli, the garlands. It is Krishna is wearing always Vaijayanti Mala, which has got different kinds of flowers in it. Whenever he wearing that flower garland, we don't feel any fatigue and tiredness and such kind of things. Or it is always refreshing. Mauli Ambara, his dresses all decorated with the yellow garments, Krishna's and all Vishnu forms with the yellow garments. And the kundala is the Makara kundala. They are made up of the green emerald um, earrings. And Ullasa, they are all glowing with so many beautiful golden helmets and all the Kiritangadanu. So these are very beautifully explained in different parts, but yes, the Lord has got here in the Sahasra Sirsha Purusha, he is having Sahasra Maulyambhara Kundala. This is actually confirmed in the Purusha Suktam. There is a Purusha Suktam. It is every day it is sung in the temples mostly. Okay, so that is a beautiful part of it. And dear devotees, would you like go ahead once again 3 times reciting this, just getting familiar?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, just a little addition. If you
Yes.
allow, can I do little addition?
Yes.
Yeah. In this material world, sometimes we recognize, for example, one person is working, he is honoring, he will be honored if he is mentioned, I am working in this office, that office. Even one simple person, even cooked, if he present himself, I am the cook in the queen place or king's place, palace. So he will be honored. Oh, he is working in the king's palace or serving the king. He is the cook. Even as a cook, also he will be, or as a gardener, he will be honored. Oh, he worked in the garden of king's palace or queen's palace. So he will be very well known. Here, the ornaments, everything, some authors mentioned the ornaments are glitterings. Actually, this is opposite. Krishna is really glittering, so nice, but ornaments become happy because these are everything is chinmoy. They become chinmoy due to they they attach to Lord. You mentioned the Vijayanti Mala, Mala, Vajayanti. Even Brahmana Dijapatni, they gave us a Vajayanti Mala. Is very special garland or everything garland. The garland, the flower, they become happy, wonderful to have the attachment with the Lord. So that's why here is very important to where they attached. If they attach to the Lord, they become really, really happy, very wonderful. So that's why some asarja mentioned, even the ornaments, other, they are happy because they are chinmoy to attach with Lord. Lord is glittering with this ornament, but is inversely, oppositely mentioned or additional mention. Lord, the ornaments was glittering due to Lord face, Lord bodies, Lord chest. So everything is very nice due to link with Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So the Lord is celebrated Bhoshanam Bhoshanangam. Okay, so that is the beauty of the Lord. So with His beauty, all other ornaments also will be beautified. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for kindly enlightening us. Okay, so we take the turns now and recite these verses once again 3 times. Can I request again, Gaurangi Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
So if you have remembered, so you can just
Yeah,
do.
we are listening, Mataji. You recited so nicely. Really, in the morning, really, we are refreshed due to your reciting. It's so wonderful, Mataji. Honestly, so nice.
Thank you,
Please.
Prabhuji. I'm not reciting nicely, but you told me very kindly. So thank you very much, Prabhuji. And this Prabhuji asking for me, this verse also very nice. Is all is this all mentioned about Lord mm, Krishna? He have many hands, many face, everything is very divine. So if we see like this verse, then this is for Adi Purush Bhagwan is many kind of things, many kind of body, many eyes, many thousand of mukut, everything very nice, very nicely explained. And this was is going to for Lord Krishna or Vishnu's describe Prabhuji. I think I know that Prabhuji is a very nice verse, and this thing we going to um, worship Lord Krishna or Lord Vishnu. We always think about this like this verse. Then we always going to near of Lord Krishna Prabhuji. I think that Prabhuji Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. It's a very beautiful description of it. But Lord, even though the Lord has got so many forms, we are attracted to his Venam Kwanantam Aravinda Dalayataksham. Okay, that form we are attracted for it. Okay, so yes, Mataji, could you go ahead with the recitation, please? 3 times.
Recite 3 times, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah.
Okay. Then. पश्यन्ति अधरूपं मदव्रतचोषा सहस्रपादा उरुव आनन्दाद्भुतं सहस्रसवन् अचिनासिकं सहस्रमौलि अम्बर कुण्डला उल्लसात् पश्यन्ति अधरूपं मदव्रतचोषा सहस्रपादा उरुभुजानन्नाद्भुतं सहस्रमूर्धा सवना अचिनासिकं सहस्रमौलि अम्बरकुण्डला उल्लसात् पश्यन्ति अधरूपं मदव्रतचोषा सहस्रपादा उरुभुज आनन्दाद्भुतं सहस्रमूर्धा सवनाचिनासिकं सहस्रमौलि अम्बर कुण्डला उल्लसात्. Without see, I cannot Prabhuji. I think it's one verse only. I will try Prabhuji.
Yes,
Pasyantiyada Rupam. That's it, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji, but you can learn this one as well, so you will learn it easily.
Yes, it's Prabhuji. Pasyantiyada Rupam. That's it, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Adabra Chakrusha. Pasyanti Ado Rupam, that is Rupam. Everyone sees, devotee sees Lord's form with Adabra Chakrusha. Pasyantado Rupam, Adabra Chakrusha. And what that form contains? Sahasra Padoru Bhujanadbhutam. Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Can I request Meena Mataji to do that 3 times? Try to remember this verse, please.
Yeah, I don't think I remember that whole thing, but पश्यन्त्यदो रूपम् अधो चक्षुषा सहस्रपादो उप सहस्रपादो उपजान उद्धतम् सहस्रमूतं श्रवणानाशिकम् सहस्रमूल्यम् अम्बरकुण्डलोलसत् पश्यन्थदो रूपम् रूपम् अद्भुतचक्षुषा सहस्रपादो सहस्रपादो उपजान उत्तमम् सहस्रमूता श्रवणानाशिकम् सहस्रमूल्यम् अम्बरकुण्डलो लसत् पश्यन्त्य अधो रूपम् अभद्रचक्षुषा सहस्रपादो उपजनान् उद्धतम् सहस्रमूर्त्य श्रवणानाशिकम् सहस्रमूल्यम् अम्बरकुण्डलो लसतम्. Only little bit remember.
Thank you, Mataji. You tried to remember, but because you tried it, it is not that you know it. Because you tried it, you will remember later on. Trying is, it is not necessary that we need to be perfect, but if you are trying, try seriously. That is Prabhupada says. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Sorry, there is a little tips. We have already Prabhuji mentioned, Amaka Prabhu mentioned, Sahasra, the 3 lines, Sahasra. First one, second word is says, Padam, Murdha, and Mola. These 3 words. After Sahasra, we have to add this one. First one is,
Sahasra is the main,
yeah. And then the 3 steps, the Sahasra we have to, then second word will come Pada, and another one is Murda, and another one is Mola. Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that you can easily remember. Yeah, if you can do like that way.
But I forget. Even my son, he remembered easily, but I forget. Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice. So this is a pada, it is a bottom, and then next above uru, and then top bhuja, and then face. Arana adbhutam. Next one is that is the bodily from bottom to top, and the next one is the head. Modna, Shravana, ears, and Akshi, eyes. Nasikam, nose. These are all in the face. Next, 4th line, Mauli, it is the dresses and ornaments kind of. It is the Vanamala and his dress, and then again earrings. These are ornaments. Okay, very beautiful. Thank you, Prabhuji. Can I request Sita Sundari Mataji to go, if available?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji again. Pashanti pato rupam adhaprachakshusha sahasra pado uru bhujanam abhutam sahasramurtha sravanakshinashikam সহস্রমূলা আম্বরা কুণ্ডল উল্লসৎ পশ্যান্তি পাদ রূপম অপশ্যান্তি আদ রূপম অধপ্রচক্ষুষা সহস্রপাদ উরু ভুজ আননাভূতম সহস্রমূর্ধা শ্রবণা Savanakshi Nashikam Sahasramula Mula Kundalam Ullashat Pashanti.
No, with the same.
No, I 3 times it's
okay.
not happening.
Sorry.
Okay. Pashanti Adiru Pashanti Adorupam Adhabra Chakshusha Sahasrapado Uru Bhujanano Abhutam Sahasramurtha Sravanakshinasikam Sahasramuli Ambara Kundala Ullasat. I will try now.
Close your
Okay.
eyes.
Pashanti Adorupam Adhabra Chakshusha Sahasrapado Uru Abhutam Uru Bhuja Abhutam Sahasra Sahasra Kundala Sahasra Murtha Sravanam Sravanakshi Sravanakshi Nasikam Sahasramula Ambara Sahasra Maula Kundala
Sahasramuli Ambara.
Sorry, Sahasramuli Ambara Kundala Ullasat. Sorry, Prabhuji.
You tried very nicely, Mataji, but you remember, you'll get into this one. Thank you so much, Mataji. Can I request Usha Mataji next, please?
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Pashyanti yadurupamadachakshusa sahasrapadurupujnanadhutam sahasramuda sravanakshinasikam sahasramuli ambarakundalolasat Pashyanti yadurupamadachakshusa सहस्रपादौरभुजनानकृतं सहस्रमुद्रश्रवणाचिनासिकं सहस्रमौलीयम्बरकुण्डलोलसत् पश्यन्ति यादौ रूपमादातचक्षुषा सहस्रपादौरभुजनानकृतं सहस्रमुद्रश्रवणासिकम् Ravanakshinasikam Sahasramoulindrakundalalasa. Suppose I try without looking now. Just
Yes,
Pashyanti yadau rupamadabrachachusha Sahasramu Sahasra Sahasrapado Sahasramuta Amba Sahasramuta Sahasramuta Shravana Akshinasikam Sahasramu Yambarakundalulasa. Sorry, Prabhu, I had to pick it a bit. Hare Krishna.
tried very nicely, Mataji. You will remember so later on. So likewise, just keep practicing for today, and then later on when you're doing kitchen work or whatever the homework, if you just meditate on this verse, you'll get into it. Okay, there is a small purport just to, can I request any devotee to read it, please? Gauri Mataji, would you like to read the purport, please?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. I'll try, Prabhuji. Okay. With our present materialize, since we cannot perceive anything of the transcendental Lord, our present sense are to be retified by the process of devotional service, and then the Lord Himself becomes revealed to us in the Bhagavad Gita. It is confirmed that the transcendental Lord can be perceived only by pure devotional service. So it is confirmed in the Vedas that only devotional service can lead one to the side of the Lord, and that only devotional service can reveal Him. In the Brahma Samhita also, it is said that the Lord is always visible to the devotees whose eyes have been anointed with the tints of devotional service. So we have to take information of the transcendental from of the Lord from present who have actually seen Him with perfect eyes, um, smart with devotional service. In the material world, also, we do not always see things with our own eyes. We sometimes see through the ex- experience of those who have actually seen or done things. If that is the process for uh, experiencing in mundane object, it is more perfectly applicable in matters transcendental. So, only with patience the perseverance can we realize the transcendental subject matter regarding the absolute truth and his different form. He is uh, formless to the novices, but he is in transcendental form to the expert servitor. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you so much, Mataji. So only devotees can understand his transcendental form, but the neophytes they cannot understand. So everything revealed. अतः श्रीकृष्णामादि नभेद्ग्राह्यमिन्द्रियैः सेवोन्मुखैः जिह्वादु स्वयमेव स्फुरत्यतः. So only Lord will reveal to the devotees by himself when the devotees engaging in the devotional service, but not by the senses. Okay, so that is very beautiful verse. Thank you so much, all the devotees, for kindly participating and trying to learn and explore this thing in the Sanskrit or the pastimes of the words and everything else. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you very much for giving us opportunity. So we are learning. So these verse just one. Can I add only few sentence? Yeah. Yeah. We have to know Lord through His name, Namo, Rupo, Lila, Guna. These four things we have to follow. So here we can get glimpse of His Rupa, how His Rupa, how His beauties. because his beauty is so wonderful. So we can understand something. So this text is clearly, we can little understanding how he is so beautiful, how he is amazed. So his rupa is so nice. So that's why his one part, his nama, we can stick on his name is fine. His rupa, we can focus on his rupa. So wonderful. His lila, so nice, really amazing. So everything is Chinmoy. Whatever we can focus, even we can focus his rupa is very easy to follow. Anyone can understand his rupa. So anyone one can visualize him through this is shastra. So that's why we can focus on it. And this is very important. First, we can understand his rupa. We can remember his name, his lila. Everything is coming one by one automatically. So it's very important. So nice. Yeah. So we have to. That's why you have to focus on his this interesting part. His rupa is so nice. Whenever we meet, greet with deities, we have to remember his rupa is so wonderful. Whenever we go to outside also to see in the sky, we have to remember him. So everything his rupa, his Virat rupa. But we have to remember, I am not qualified to see him, but through the mercy of Guru and Krishna, then we can see him. So this is we have to focus on it. His rupa is so nice, so nice. That's we can get a little understand. Thank you giving us opportunity to explain, to give us opportunity to memorize. We all practice it. So we have to develop our pashanti, our eyes, so that we can see him, not to see him, but little understand about him. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. You are adding so much of nectar to it. Yes. Okay, so that is for today about learning of Sanskrit verses and context and it. We are all happy. We shall conclude our session for today. We are already nearly 9 o'clock. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव पतितानां
No, no, no.
Thank you for learning so much. Thank you.
Hari Bol, have a good day.
Hari Bol, Prabhuji.
Hari Bol, have a good Sunday. Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Ye Guru and Gauranga. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.